Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between TLO and InZaNe on Abyssal Reef, the latter edition. In the top left side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is TLO from Team Liquid in the nation of Germany. And in the bottom right side of the map is a fellow German player. It is InZaNe, the blue Terran player from ECV, which stands for EC Visualize, which is a clan. Alright, so this was played on the EU GM ladder. Both of these players are professional players, and this has never been cast before. Alright, so a ZVT and Abyssal Reef. I love this map so much. The fishy map. I love whoever created this map. Maybe one day I should probably Google whoever created this map, and then follow them on Twitter, and follow them on Facebook, and follow them on Tumblr and Instagram. There's a lot of places you can follow people these days. I happen to only be on Twitter and Facebook and Patreon, if you want to count that one, but if you want to find me, I do like to post really funny GIFs, just random stuff. I posted a GIF today of a truck towing a boat on the road, and the boat is just on fire. Like, there is fire gouting out of this boat. So follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/FalconPaladin, Twitter as well. I'll tell you who's streaming, when they're streaming. You want to know when Beyond's streaming? I will retweet that all over the place. Also do some GIFs at the same time. Anyway, ZVT action here for you. What do we got coming out from InZane's barracks? Is it going to be a Reaper? It's going to be a Reaper. Indeed it is. Spawning pool about halfway complete. Nothing too crazy from TLO's opening here. 100% not crazy. 100% pretty much what you would expect. Alright, what do we got? Oh man, that last Reaper name I did was the longest one of all time. So this is Rocket! Oh no, after making Alex sit and watch the cringiest game of all time, the usually kind and gentle demigod went into a rage and ripped Rocket's soul out of his body and placed it inside a Reaper suit. Now every time Rocket... What is it? Now every time Rocket dies, he will relive that death. You going out? You staying home? Aw. Relive that death for every time BM'd the Protoss or said something stupid, and just because he had the nerve to send the video in, Alex also put another curse to where he would be resurrected and forced to fight again. After reliving all the deaths, and once he died, he would repeat the deaths again. This will go on for every video Falcon Paladin has made, and all future videos as well, and with these words, I cast my wicked curse upon Rocket, the most annoying Terran. This might be a reference to a game that I cast, how long ago was it now? Maybe a week or two ago? It's Rocket versus, who's the Protoss player? It's a TVP. It's an Into the Void. Probably find it if you're interested. But Alex did not like that game very much, as it turns out. So Rocket the Reaper recognizes the curse that's been placed upon him. He doesn't want to go out because he knows he will die and be reincarnated a million times over every one of my future casts, which is infinite. Infinite number of casts. I know you don't believe me, but it's the truth. But decides to move out anyway. Does find some courage inside his combat drugs, probably. Third hatch is on the way from TLO. This will get scouted here by our friend Rocket, and it's a pretty quick starport here out of InZaNe. Actually, you know what? Not quick. That timing makes sense for that 5-minute Marine drop. Yeah, Tech Lab there, making some Marines, getting that count up, and Rocket is, getting bracketed in. Nice juke, though. Jukes around past the Queen inside the main base, gets a nice scout off, thinks about trying to kill a drone, but no, that Queen is there. His HP is way too low. And he hops down, boop, to the third base, where there's really nothing to kill here either, but decides to head on home. You kill anything back there? Nah, way too late. Showed up way too late to get any kills against TLO. Let's just make something very clear. You're not going to kill TLO with a Reaper at 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Making some drones come down, and by some drones, I mean one drone come down to this third base to mine all by his lonesome. So very scary. Overlord comes in, sees the Hellion. Oh, is that the new Hellion skin? Ooh, new Hellion skin. I don't think I've cast this one yet. It's alright. It's an alright Hellion skin. Like these crazy forks on the front is pretty cool. Spikes on the tires also fun. Gonna move out. I don't think there's nothing different. It's just a skin. Just a skin. Ling's chasing another Hellion out here. Were there already two that I missed? I might have missed two already, but additional Hellions coming in here. And it's a Raven from InZaNe. Alright, Raven coming out now. Early Raven Baneling Nest on the way from TLO. Can these Hellions do anything against TLO? There are 3 of them. If you have any 3 kills, 2 kills, 0 kills, anything been lost? A couple drones died. Dang it! I missed some Hellion harassment earlier there. I was too busy paying attention, I guess, to the Reaper, which maybe is what TLO's problem was as well. So 5 Hellions trying to come in, holding the wall though. at the natural base is this queen. Queen, stabbity stab, stab, stab. There are some banelings, there are some links here. The Hellions pretty well rebuffed. Right about there. Going to try to sneak up along this left side. Oh, there's a lot of juicy, juicy drones here at this third base. Look out, drones. Oh, the drone massacre. Lings trying to come in. I don't think there's enough, though. A couple of the Hellions do die. The weakened ones are gone. And the Hellions decide to head on back. That's 7 dead drones. That's pretty good stuff now. Banelings trying to get hits, but they're slow. They are slow Banelings, and they won't be able to do too much damage there. Unfortunately for them, there is a Viking out for InZaNe. Is he making a third base? He's making a third base inside his main base. Trying to expand there as well. We've got those Marines. We got those Stim Pack research coming on. Starport is getting a reactor on top of it, and here come the Hellions rolling in to the third base. Once again, not really trying to kill any of these drones, which is weird. There we go, going after the drones, trying to avoid getting hit by these Banelings. The Baneling one does get a connection. Another one as well. Kablooey. Raven trying to sneak on in. Auto turret down. More drones are going to die. This is pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff out of InZaNe. Oh, but Raven, 24 hit points. Get out of there, Raven. Don't die. He's 16 hit points. Not dead. Not dead. But that is 12 drones killed by InZaNe in the first 6 minutes of this game. Holy shamooli. Lings want revenge. They have anger on their minds. They're coming down to the third base to try to kill it. There's not a third base there yet, though. It's going to land now, but it wasn't there when you showed up. You just missed it. You just missed it. Remember when landline phones were the thing and somebody would call, but the person they were looking for had already left the house like 2 minutes earlier, and there was no way to contact them, period? You just couldn't. You couldn't do it. You just missed them. And I mean, that doesn't happen anymore, does it? All right? Link's coming into the third base, trying to kill it, but there are enough Marines. Good target fire on that Baneling, too. The Marines do hold their own. Rocket, is Rocket in here? Rocket's in here. But yeah, and now with cell phones, it's like, nope, they're not here. I don't know why you're calling this phone instead of the other one. Banelings do take out all 3 of these supply depots at the front door of InZaNe's natural base and do supply block InZaNe pretty crazily. 97 out of 69 available supply. Ow! Oh, did they have extra supply on them too? Oh, I think they had extra supply. That's why he's down like 28 supply off of 3 supply depots, making 5 to replace them. Big time hit. I was like, why is TLO busting this front door? It doesn't have a follow-up. It's just a supply block InZaNe by a crazy amount. 4th base is done for TLO. 3rd base is landed for InZaNe. Got a lot of Marines. Got that stim. Don't have that combat shield, strangely enough. Got a couple medevacs, bunch of roaches with +1 armor. And the Marines trying to take out these roaches, getting a couple of them. Good positioning there by InZaNe. The roaches are kind of in single file, so the first 2 coming to get murdered very nicely. Look at TLO does not like what he sees there. Raven still trying to murder stuff. You have 4 kills on that, Raven. And enough energy for an auto turret, for 2 auto turrets now, actually. Might be able to get some stuff done here at this third base. If he kind of positions itself around that way. And get out of there, Raven. Don't die. 8 hit points. And Ravagers can't shoot up, thank goodness. Thank goodness for our Raven friend. Unfortunately, for all the damage InZaNe has done, TLO is still up 75 to 63 harvesters. So that's not a great feeling. There's that extra supply. So there's one not on the front line anymore. Kind of back away from the front. Roaches waddling on in. They have glial reconstitution. They is fast. They is very fast indeed. And some big old buff Ravagers joining the party. All right. There are Widow Mines set up in pretty good locations. Losing an SCV building that refinery. Actually, no, a different one. Widow Mine does fire on those roaches as a Roach Ravager play. And again, this can work pretty well for the first 11 or 12 minutes. Let's see if this can happen. Auto turrets thrown down by the Raven, doing so much work, and TLO's forced to retreat. He does not like what he's seeing here. Chasing is InZaNe, picking off roaches, picking off Ravagers, just winning this for sure. Corrosive Vials landing and forcing InZaNe back just a little bit. Medevacs healing as much as they can from the stim damage on top of these Marines. +1/+1 is done for InZaNe. The Raven still has 4 kills, but the auto turrets have been pretty fantastic. 4th base on the way from InZaNe as well. 178 to 150 total supply. The TLO is up, also up 73 to 62. Total harvesters, and we're looking at 4,000 resources lost by the Zerg player and 1,900 by InZaNe. So far, pretty cost efficient, as Terran is wont to do. Marching right into this 4th base, but there are too many roaches now. There are 39 roaches against 42 Marines. That's not a good setup, but InZaNe kind of going for it anyway, though. He's got a tank, getting some nice splash damage, but Corrosive Vials on top of all of that, and the roaches don't care. They are forcing this whole Terran army back. Widow Mines do end up firing there. With 0 kills to its name, the Overseer comes in. Widow Mines end up getting killed. InZaNe is in a retreat mode right now. And is forced to pick up and get the heck on out of there. Again, TLO has a very nice window where he's incredibly strong here for the first 10 to 12 minutes. But that starts to fall apart a little bit once we get that past that point. So we'll see if InZaNe can hold on long enough, or if TLO is going to transition out of it. He's got the Infestors. That changes the whole thing. This is looking really bad. 3 tanks here at this 4th base of InZaNe. Marines, Marauders. Tanks are splash damaging like crazy on these roaches. There's fungal on all of these Marines, but look at that line of blood. That's pretty much all tanks there. 5 kills, 6 kills, and 3 kills on tanks that just showed up. Dead Ravagers are sending up lines to the surface of the ocean. InZaNe pushing with his +1/+1. +2/+2 is not done, and he's not going to wait for it either. There are some Queens, some Roaches, some Ravagers. I don't know if this is going to be enough, though. And it is. It's enough for InZaNe. He decides to pick on out. Pick up, and get on out. Pick on out. Oh, Tank is left behind. What up, Tank? Why are you still... Oh, okay, gets picked up and sent back as well. All right, so 4 base to 4 base. InZaNe does manage to save it with tanks for the most part. 5th base done, or not, rather almost done for TLO here, up to kind of in the middle section of the map. Creep spread hasn't been amazing from TLO. Not really making that a priority, but he's doing just fine. So we're at 11 minutes. The tanks are here. They're getting +1 attack. +2/+2 fishing up for the Marines and the Marauders, which is kind of the point of no return for TLO. But like I said, he's got Infestors. He's getting an Ultralisk Cavern. He's not stuck on Roach Ravager. He's smart enough to know the upgrades do not favor him. Once we get to that +2/+3 Marines and Marauders, especially with the tank count so high. Tanks are also pretty good against Ultras, so I like what InZaNe is doing here. Small push of Marines coming into this 3rd base of TLO, picking off a Queen, picking off another Queen, and they're going for 1 more Queen before they die. No, can't get it. Too many Roaches. Little Marine bodies disintegrating into acid on the ground there. That Queen's still alive. Got 2 armor. +2 armor is pretty fantastic. +3 armor on the way. Kindness plating on the way. And 3 Ultras in production as well. So InZaNe struggling mightily. If his tank's going to +1 attack and he has enough of them and the positioning is good enough, I feel like he might be able to make this thing happen. But some Lings being very sneaky for TLO up along this top path. Marines pushing in. Oh, free Infestor. The Fungal does go down, but the Infestor dies. I think TLO would have rather missed with the Fungal and saved the Infestor in that situation, but that's fine. Tanks are here. Tanks are like 30 seconds away from that +1 being done, which again is just going to help. InZaNe recognizes he can't just let TLO sit back. He's got to keep this pressure up. He's got to keep doing this thing. Corrosive Bile landing and almost killing a medevac, but good dodge there by Mr. InZaNe. He sees the Ultras. He sees the first Ultralisks. They are here, and again, the answer can be tanks. That is an acceptable response. But Marines, generally no. Generally not the response there. 194 to 169 total supply. InZaNe is trying to push on in here. The tanks +1 is done. Tanks doing splash damage on these Ultras. Coming from the right side. Coming from the left side as well. Nice pincer movement out of TLO. All this bio is going to die, which leaves the tanks alone. The tanks, again, are pretty great, but they need something to keep off. Oh, the Blinding Cloud, too. Delicious, delicious Blinding Cloud. A reinforcing group of Marines coming in trying to deal with these Ultras, but it's just not going to happen. They've got 6 armor. Soon to be 7. They can kill them, though. The Ultras on the front alone against this much stuff, as some defensive tanks are assisting as well, enough to push back. And InZaNe survives here for just a second, but it's 182 to 137 total supply. 2 more Ultras are in production. We've got so many Zerglings on the way, too. Got 22 with 20 more on the way. Again, fully upgraded, cracklings, pretty scary stuff. Okay, working on the adrenal glands upgrade, but it's not done yet. Increasing attack speed by 40%. Is that the biggest attack speed bonus you can get in the game for attack speed? I feel like it is. I mean, stim increases by what? Stim increases by... What's the number there? I don't even know. Greatly increasing the attack and movement speed for a few seconds. Can't remember. Lings coming down the bottom side. Lings around the top side. Going for these counterattacks. Checking for additional bases. There aren't any additional bases. 4 bases here for InZaNe, and that is pretty much it. Tanks again with +1 attack. Pretty fantastic. Ultra count is 5. And do they have the 7 armor now? They have the 7 armor now. The Blinding Cloud is really the problem, though. I think he can handle the Ultras. The Ultras in the front are actually... They're taking some units with them, but they're dying as well. They're not invincible here. Liberators setting up shop, doing what they want to do. Corrosive Biles trying to get rid of these medevacs, and Blinding Cloud on top of these tanks. The tank destructive count has got to be at least 10 at this point. Yeah, 15. 15 dead tanks. Planetary Fortress trying to hold here at this 4th base. Is there enough here for TLO to finish off InZaNe? I don't know what there is, but it's 158 to 83 total supply. The trend is definitely favoring our Zerg player. here today. Liberator has 1 kill, getting shots off. The Queen's trying to kill the Liberators, and they do with Ravager support. And TLO just kind of hanging out outside by this 5th base of InZaNe, which he tried to land. I don't know if he ever actually really mined from it or not, though. Or the reinforcing units. More ultras coming in from TLO. He's feeling pretty good about things. It's just, can you make enough tanks? Can you make enough Liberators? A lot of these medevacs are still alive, which is nice. You just don't have the bio for them to support. 9 Marines and 5 Marauders. Here we go. TLO marching in with his fully upgraded ultras, and by fully I mean +2 attack, but everything else is fully upgraded. Planetary Fortress surrounded by Lings and Ultralisks, and Corrosive Biles killing the SCVs trying to repair. Is there enough? No, the Planetary Fortress does end up falling, and that's it. A good game out of InZaNe. InZaNe is defeated, and TLO is victorious in this TVZ. Yeah, 7 Ultras died, right? I mean, 7 died. There were 7 at the end of the game. It's about half the Ultras got killed. They're not invincible. Blinding Cloud helps immensely there. Great use. Blinding Cloud from TLO. 131 Marines died, 25 Marauders, 15 tanks. 15 tanks and 10 medevacs died as well. How many Lings? 137. So not that many, really. It's, what are we looking at here? It is 21,000 resources lost for the Zerg player, 5,000 gas compared to 21 resources, or 21,000 resources lost for InZaNe as well, 4,700 gas. So pretty close game. Pretty close game. It's just InZaNe didn't have the answer for the Ultras quite quick enough. I mean, I guess he had the tanks, but Blinding Cloud is more of a problem. I feel like a Liberator might have been a better choice there. Again, I'd love to see Ghosts with steady targeting. Just don't see it enough, in my opinion. But that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.